Thank you so much. How's everybody feeling? What a couple of intense rounds of shucking that was. Holy cow. So we are now moving on to our second musical act of the afternoon, guys. And this is an absolute... I'm going to brag about myself for a minute and put a feather in my own cap because I brought this guy up. It would not be Rodney's if we didn't have somebody from PEI. And let me tell you, this gentleman behind me has put PEI on notice. There's a new king in town. I met Shane in Cape Breton in October. He played at the Celtic Colours International Festival where I have been stage managing for 20 years. And it's a very, very tough room. It's 300 people of extremely high Celtic intelligence, as they say. These guys know their music. And Shane walked onto the stage by himself with a guitar and flattened the room with 3 songs. He is currently nominated for an East Coast Music Award for Roots Traditional Recording of the Year. When you hear his music, you will find this hard to believe, but Shane is only 25 years old. 24. I describe Shane's music as this. If Tommy Hunter and Gene McClellan had a child and raised him on a steady diet of Stompin' Tom and Anne Murray, you get this fella right here. He is a songwriter of prolific talent. He is an old soul, ladies and gentlemen, in a young body. So please, take a moment, sit back, listen to some beautiful melodies and lyrics as they come across the PA. From Trackety, Prince Edward Island, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring to Rodney's Oyster House, Shane Pendergast.
Thank you, Kelly. Oh, this is great, folks. What a pleasure to be here at Rodney's. I got off the plane at Billy Bishop yesterday, and Kelly had me over here. I had oysters in my belly and a beer in my hand within 20 minutes of getting off the plane, and it's great to be here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'm gonna ride my 6-string steed across this town of grace and greed. Fast or slow, no mind to speed. She's so pretty, wild and free. I'm gonna ride my 6-string steed. And I'm gonna stop in at the cloak where I paid my dues in the din and smoke, in the melting pot of pumpkin folk. There the coals were blown and stoked. I'm gonna stop in at the cloak. And I'm gonna find those Irish gents that I met way down on Bloor Street West. Wise old owls in a rugged nest. I didn't mind the lack of rest. I'm gonna find those Irish gents. And I'm gonna ride the old streetcar till I reach my stop at the Roncy bar with the friendly folks and the homey charm that kept me smiling through the scars. I'm gonna ride the old streetcar. Now I'm gonna find that friend of mine busking on the Danforth line. Watch the people streaming by. His old soul is a shot of rye. I'm gonna find that friend of mine. Now I'm gonna ride my 6-string steed across this town of grace and greed. Fast or slow, no mind to speed. She's so pretty, wild and free. I'm gonna ride my 6-string steed. Thank you. That's a little song about Toronto, actually, and when I used to gig around Toronto pre-COVID, so it's great to be back playing. And I'm going to do some of my own and some Irish music, some music I grew up with, some maritime stuff today. We'll try a little something from Ireland for you. About a red-haired girl. I saw one shucking not too long ago there. While going to the fair in Dingle one fine morning last July, well, going down the road before me, a red-haired girl I chanced to spy. So I went up to her, said, "Aye, young lady, my donkey he will carry too." She looked at me, her eyes a twinkling, oh, her cheeks they were a rosy hue. Oh, keep your hands off red-haired Mary, she and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. When we arrived at the fair in Dingle, I took her hand to say goodbye. A tinkerman stepped up beside me, he struck me in my right eye. Now I was feeling kinda peevish, me poor old eye was sad and sore. I lightly tapped him with me hobnail, he fell back through Murphy's door. Keep your hands off red-haired Mary, she and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Now he went off to find his brother, the biggest man you ever did meet. He lightly tapped me with his knuckles, I was minus 2 front teeth. Policeman came around the corner, told me I had broke the law. My donkey kicked him in the ankle, he fell down and he broke his jaw. Keep your hands off red-haired Mary, she and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. But that red-haired girl, she kept on smiling, "Young sir, I'll go with you instead. Forget the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed." Keep your hands off red-haired Mary, she and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Through the Dingle Fair we rode together, my black eye, her red hair, smiling gaily at the tinkers. By God, we were a handsome pair. Ho! Keep your hands off red-haired Mary, she and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Ah, keep your hands off red-haired Mary, she and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, tonight we'll lie in a married bed. That's for you. Oh, that's all right. It's nice meeting you. Yeah. Take care. Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. See you again. Thank you. Chris, it might take a little less guitar in the monitor. Just a little less. Thank you. I'm going to try a little love song for you that I wrote. It's called Watering Can. If you missed me like a flower, I would glisten for you. I would sit there contented in a layer of dew. And if you set me near the window, I would bloom bright and fair, and the big world would winnow, and with it our cares. Beads on a petal, steam from the kettle, the gentle flow of your hand. Now I was unruly, you came and cooled me with your watering can. If you pick me from the meadow of 1,000 the same, I would wonder what led you to choose me to tame. And if you pressed me in the pages of your favorite old book, I would wade through the ages for your once a while look. Beads on a pedal, steam from the kettle, a gentle flow of your hand. I was unruly, and you came and cooled me with your watering can. If you found me looking lonely by the side of the road, would you still want me only to heaven to hold? And if the freshness was fading, would you toss me away, turn and claim that you missed me from the very first day? Beads on a pedal, steam from the kettle, a gentle flow of your hand. I was unruly, you came and cooled me with your watering can. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do a little picking for you here. Well, I used to do a little busking in Toronto, and this is sort of a song that draws from those days. It's called Two Folk Singers. It's about a couple of guys who spend all day busking. They end up at the bar, but when the bill comes, they don't quite have enough to pay for the bill. Semi-based on a true story. So they had to sing for their supper. They ended up having to play a set of music. Hope you enjoy this. Two Folk Singers. Well, two folk singers in a downtown bar, spending all their pennies from their buskin' jar. Well, they played all day on the busy street, trying to make a living, trying to make ends meet. Well, three fine ladies walk into that bar, eyeing up the fellas and their old guitars. Two folk singers order up a round. Well, they take it to the girls and they drink them down. Well, rusty strings on old guitars, dim-wit songs, dim-lit bars, whiskey women living free, two folk singers on a spree. Well, fast friends made in a tavern booth, chivalry dies, they're all uncouth. Nothing to lose, so they take a chance. Two folk singers grab the girls and dance. Well, rusty strings on old guitars, dim-wit songs, dim-lit bars, whiskey women living free, two folk singers on a spree. Let's go on a spree now. Now two folk singers hit a snag. Well, the time has come to pay their tab. Empty jar, $10 shy. Well, the boss man comes their case to try. Now that boss man looks them up and down. He sees their guitars on the ground. Play a set and we'll call it paid. Well, now they gotta sing for the mess they made. Yeah, rusty strings on old guitars, dim-wit songs, dim-lit bars, whiskey women living free, two folk singers on a spree. Yeah. That little talking blues one. All right. All right, let's get another Irish traditional song here. Johnny, can you help me with this one? All you have to say is, heave away, haul away, heave away, haul away. Okay, it's pretty easy. You're not too many Guinness deep, you can still do that? Okay. And then you gotta do this. Bound for South Australia, bound for South Australia. So let's try that. Heave away, haul away, heave away, haul. We're bound for South Australia, we're bound for South Australia. All right, I think we got it. In South Australia I was born, heave away, haul away. In South Australia round Cape Horn, bound for South Australia. Haul away me roving king, heave away, haul away, oh haul away. And hear me sing, bound for South Australia. As I roved out one morning fair, heave away, haul away. As there I met Miss Nancy Blair, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away me roving king, heave away, haul away, oh haul away. And hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. As I roved out from Paddy's land, heave away, haul away. I had a bottle of whiskey in my hand, we're bound for South Australia. Oh haul away me roving king, heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. I shook her up and I shook her down, heave away, haul away. I shook her all around the town, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, me rolling king, heave away, haul away, and hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. Now as we wallop around Cape Horn, heave away, haul away, well you'd wish to God you'd never been born. We're bound for South Australia, haul away me roving king, heave away, haul away, yeah, haul away and hear me sing. Bound for South Australia, haul away me roving king, heave away, haul away and hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia to Thank you. Suddenly I regret wearing this sweater. Oh boy. Yeah. Take it off, she said. I gotta be wearing some green. St. Paddy's Day. I'll cut the sleeves off at the break, you know. No, I couldn't do that to my nice Irish sweater. All right, here's something real PEI for you. It's a song of the sea, and it's a song of a mermaid. And it's about a guy who's coming home from a Friday night get-together, maybe something like this, and decides to walk by the shore, but he crosses paths with a siren, a mermaid. She lures him into the water. It's called The Waltz of the Figurehead Maiden. Just gonna tune her up here. All right. Heading home from a spree down in Rafferty's Cove. Oh, the strand looked so lovely. 'Twas there I did rove with my feet in the sand and the moon shining bright. Well, I'd a belly of rum, I was feeling right tight. When I saw the poor gal thrashing round in the sea, though her long robes were soaked, she was fair and pretty, but she'd a wooden complexion, all whittled and chipped, with her robes painted purple and ruby red lips. And I waltzed with a figurehead maiden, me boys. I knew not the vessel from which she embarked. Oh, the moon lit her eyes through the mist and the dark. I should have known it was a ploy to waltz with that figurehead, boys. So I roved into the shoal for to meet this fair maid and inquire if she required this drunken man's aid. But the wind played a tune and it left me entranced. She grabbed hold of my shoulders, we started to dance. And I waltzed with the figurehead maiden, me boys. I knew not the vessel from which she embarked. The moon lit her eyes through the mist and the dark. I should have known it was a ploy to waltz with that figurehead, boys. Now she whispered wild yarns of the places she'd seen, from Van Diemen's Land to Bermuda and Spain. Oh, she said round the world she'd travel with me, if I only would follow her into the sea. So I waltzed with the figurehead maiden, me boys. I knew not the vessel from which she embarked. The moon lit her eyes through the mist and the dark. I should have known it was a ploy to waltz with that figurehead, boys. So take warning by me before danger ensues, for I followed her in, and my life I did lose. And when you're out on a drink near salt water, beware, lest you be drawn into a siren's cruel snare. And I waltzed with the figurehead maid on me, boys. I knew not the vessel from which she embarked. Oh, the moon lit her eyes through the mist and the dark. I should have known it was a ploy to waltz with that figurehead, boys. Yes, I waltzed with a siren, me boy. Thank you. Little song of mine, The Waltz of the Figurehead Maiden. Woo. All right. Well, Kelly mentioned Stompin' Tom Connors. I was raised on the music of Stompin' Tom Connors. I'm going to give you a little taste of that. I didn't bring my stompin' boots, but these dress shoes will have to do. Can only fit so much stuff in the carry-on bag. This is a song that Stompin' Tom wrote about some miners. It's called The Muckin' Slushers. Well, come on, you muckin' slushers, you jackleg drillers and blasters. Well, the price of uranium is up and there's money to make. Come on, you big rock boulders who answer to the name of miners. This old boom town is still around on the shores of Elliott Lake. Time cards in and out, up and down cages, gonna make a heaven out of hell-earned wages. Come on, Quirky, pay me now, I got 18 holes a-going pow, pow, pow. There ain't no music finer, she's a damn good song for a miner. A damn good song for a miner. When it's daylight on the town site and midnight way down under, you can hear the ship boss say she's a mucking out well. With hard hats, boots, and oilskins, we're off to scale the Stoke, boys. Goodbye, town, we're going down to the belly of a man-made hell. Yeah, time cards in and out, up and down cages, gonna make a heaven out of hell-earned wages. Come on, Quirky, pay me now, I got 18 holes a-going pow, pow, pow. There ain't no music finer, she's a damn good song for a miner. She's a hell of a song for a miner. Now in the afternoon we'll cage up to the surface and home for supper, but we'll all meet at the Oyster House later tonight, where the wine and the beer and the music kinda gets a good miner swinging. We're gonna dance around the whole damn town till the sun comes shining bright. Time cards in and out, up and down cages, gonna make a heaven out of hell-earned wages. Come on, Quirky, pay me now, I got 18 holes a-going pow, pow, pow. There ain't no music finer, 'cause she's a damn good song for a miner. She's a damn good song for a miner. Time cards in and out, up and down cages, gonna make a heaven out of hell-earned wages. Come on, Quirky, pay me now, I got 18 holes a-going pow, pow, pow. There ain't no music finer, she's a damn good song for a miner. A damn good song for a miner. Hey, that's a little Stompin' Tom Connors. All right. Time flies. We're going to give you a couple more, and then we're going to have some more shucking. So My last song of the set will be my Oyster song. This is a little song called "Tell Me What's Changed." You can find my albums online, and this is one of my songs. Well, tell me what's changed from then till now, when wine was sipped by the river Clady. Well, the love they knew is here today, as bright and fair as a blooming daisy. Tell me what's changed from then till now, when ships sailed out on a bright May morning. Well, the call to rove is here today, stirring the pot and the blood still boiling. So lend an ear to what's been said and turn an eye to the pages written. All those who feel old ways are dead will twice be shy once they've been bitten. Now tell me what's changed from then till now, when whiskey flowed after long days toiling. That mirth and glee is here today. The fever burns in the face of storming. So lend an ear to what's been said and turn an eye to the pages written. All those who feel old ways are dead will twice be shy once they've been bitten. So lend an ear to what's been said and turn an eye to the pages written. All those who feel old ways are dead will twice be shy once they've been bitten. Thank you. Well, one thing I love is oysters, and maybe I'm biased, but PEI oysters, Malpeque oysters. I used to work for Raspberry Point. You can't beat them. You can't beat them. Perfect size. This is my PR for PEI oysters. So Kelly and I both like John Bill, Canadian champion shucker. He worked here, I guess, and he shucked, and he used to be good family friends and stay at my house a lot. So I want to send this song out to John Bill and Kelly Peck on his birthday. It's a song I wrote called Oysters. So you'll hear John Bill's name in it. Hope you like it. Oysters, oysters, come and graze, the bay is gray with oysters. Rake 'em up and take 'em home, grill 'em, roast 'em, let 'em fry. Make yourself an oyster pie, hoist 'em raw, they're moist and slimy, and you'll enjoy her. Come and get your oysters. Oysters, oysters, grab your knife, don't you smote your fingers. Reap a deep cup from the pail, shuck till stuck, twist your wrist, open what the ocean's kissed. Slurp your little piece of blisters, form to anoint her when she's shucking oysters. Harvesters at Malpeque Bay, Colville, Fortune, Trackety, even down New London way, hard at work each grower. ship 'em whole world over, causing quite an uproar, all those island oysters. Oysters, oysters, races on, the lights are bright, and scorching crowd is loud. They watch him go, luck and skill, shuckers will, fingers flying, quite a thrill on the half shell. That's John building up all his trophies, he sure can shuck those oysters. Well, quick as minnows in a shoal, strong as billows, watch 'em roll. Grip a rip tight in control, don't forget the muscle. Watch those shuckers hustle. Well, I hope that you enjoy, sir, all those island oysters. Harvesters at Malpeque Bay, Colville, Fortune, Trackety, even down New London way. Hard at work each grower, ship 'em whole world over, causing quite an uproar, all those island oysters. Come and get your oysters. Thank you. That's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't lying. Let's hear it for Shane Pendergast. Shane will be back for another set of tunes in a little while, but first, we're going to go back to the bar, ladies and gentlemen, because the showdown